go get some water.
Okay. There we go.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, everybody. Welcome to the Hogwarts game.
And the cocaine bear.
And the cocaine bear discussion.
We love talking about Hogwarts and cocaine bears.
I've got my character here. Possibly should shrink that fucking screen. Fuck. Wrong.
Alright, it's time to play the music.
Or check the audio.
Light the lights. It's time to check the audio on the Hogwarts stream tonight.
Yeah, this was like serving itself.
Alright.
Like look, and there's a little bit of that texture popping I was talking about.
Where? I don't see
Well,
it.
you kind of missed it. I could see when the textures were kind of flickering.
Oh, okay.
Like, it kind of like goes from low res to high res texture. Anyway, it's probably nighttime, so I figure there's probably not as much going on in terms of stuff. Okay, what was I doing anyway?
Okay, yeah, that sounds good on the stream.
Cool.
Alright, so this is my first time seeing Hogwarts Legacy in action, actually. Mike, do you want to, before we get into Cocaine Bear, do you want to talk about Hogwarts Legacy? What's your thought of it so far?
Well, it's pretty good. The only thing I gotta say is, well, what I've noticed is texture popping is the big thing, but really, it doesn't really take away from the whole experience in general. So far, so good, I think.
Now, how much of the game have you played so far?
I've probably played like 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
But I could check the game time on that.
Can you make your character a Daniel Radcliffe look-alike?
Doesn't say. Oh, it says 3 hours I played. Character customization. I didn't really get into it. Now, what the hell am I doing? Find the treasure map. Okay, I should look at the treasure map.
Alright. I'll let you get oriented before we start our discussion.
Oh, of course.
Sarah's interested in our food.
Hi, baby. Baby girl. Hey.
Oh, man. Something to be said about water.
It's wet.
That's something that can be said about water, yes.
Was one of the teachers. So, trying to, because I was given a map, and I'm trying to see if I can figure out how to.
Do they have science class in Hogwarts?
I don't know.
What would it be?
Herbology, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's what I'm looking for. No. Oh yeah, speaking of herbology. Professor from his sister.
Alright, so... Okay, well I'll let you figure out what you need to do.
I'll just do another mission for now.
Okay. I don't want to distract you while we get into our discussion.
Quest.
No one's in the room anyway right now. So.
Yeah. Alright. Let's go somewhere else. Report to Professor Hackett.
Although I do like our Canadian movie theater popcorn bags, they just say popcorn on them.
Yeah, it's just generic popcorn.
Yeah.
That guy moved. Oh yeah,
They
he's
used
painting.
to say Cineplex on them, but they don't anymore.
That's kind of cool. Even the paintings, like, are in. Wait a second. That's another thing you can do. Cast Revelio. Oh, here. Okay. Never mind. That's nothing. There's things you can expose by doing this. Yeah, I don't think anything's around here anyway.
Okay. Let's go.
What the fuck is this? Why is that like that? Weird. Why is that highlighted? It's probably an ability I don't have. I'm guessing.
Okay. So anyway.
Yeah,
we
Cocaine
watched
Bear.
A movie today.
Cocaine Bear.
Yep. So.
Rhinoceros skeleton. I'm on the right track.
Yeah,
What?
I'm fine. That was the quest I was on. But because it's not highlighted, it's not showing up on my map, but you'll still
Okay.
respond to it.
Okay. So.
Oh, wait a second.
Revelio.
Aha.
I believe we have some matters to discuss.
Son of a bitch.
There we go. So sometimes you'll see like a floating piece of paper when you do that, and you have to be right next to it to cast, but it'll give you like sort of a.
Did this game
Silhouette.
take place during, before, or after?
It's
the Harry
before.
About the new
It's a
spell
prequel.
you wanted to
Oh,
teach
okay.
me, Professor. Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm. Sounds versatile. Quite. But before we get started,
Right, this character is incredibly
I'd like you to
bland.
complete a few tasks.
The
You'll be
protagonist, so
surprised by some
super
of them.
bland.
Yeah.
Astonishing how much students don't
That's
think that
gonna
professors
be
know.
the case of
When you're finished, come and see me.
generic
Then we shall
character
begin
creator.
working on
Yeah.
Incendio. You know where to find me once you've finished.
No. I have no idea, lady. I'm just gonna look in here for a sec. Okay, that's good.
Seems Crossed Wands isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
It seems that you're correct, monkey.
Alright, so now that we have that established, Cocaine Bear. So, speaking of bland characters, we watched a movie with a lot of bland characters.
And it was just like they showed all the best parts in the trailer, which I kind of called before we saw the movie, which is something I didn't want, but I'm just like, you know, it would be awful if this movie just showed off all the best parts in the trailer.
Yeah, I remember we were kind of saying before the movie that came out, we were kind of worried it would be a one-note joke, and
It pretty much ended up being like not even a joke.
yeah, it was like
Like
half of a joke. It was
half
like
of a suspense thriller slasher sort of deal. It couldn't decide what it wanted to do with itself.
yeah,
Like,
so
did it
then-
wanted to scare you? Did it wanted to like make you laugh with all the ultra violence or the I don't know, like the sort of. But like if it was ultra violent, it would have been ultra violent, not just kind of subtle violence.
Lucan's just over
I don't know.
there.
There's a lot
Well,
of
the
subtlety
thing is,
to
it was still an R-rated movie. At least it was here. I don't know what
Yeah.
the rating is in the U.S. But usually the U.S. ratings are stricter than the Canadian ratings. So I mean, I'm sure it got an R rating there.
Yeah.
And I mean, okay, there's a few scenes of gore here and there, but
It's
it's not it's not that big of a deal. It wasn't like. I think there was one part that kind of grossed us out, but I forget what it was. Oh, I think it was the guy's intestines coming out. I mean, that wasn't even that big of a deal.
no, not really.
I've seen worse. I've seen Day
Yeah.
of the Dead. Choke on him! Choke on him! So yeah, it was kind of a movie that, like, if it was supposed to be a drama or
Then they
a
didn't
horror,
nail the drama. They didn't
yeah,
nail
they
any
do the
aspect.
yeah, if the drama was like supposed to carry it, then it didn't. If the humor was supposed to carry it, it didn't. If the horror aspect was supposed to carry it, it didn't.
And
So,
and not to like, and that's before we're starting talking about character lack of development. Like they
had so many characters. I'm going to assume that they had conflicting schedules, and that's why they weren't all in the movie at the same time. Because there's just so many scenes in that movie where it'll focus on a character for like 15 minutes, and that character will be absent for like the next 45, and then they'll just pop up again.
Mm-hmm.
It was just. Oh, sorry.
You must have
Yeah,
really
no, go
impressed
ahead.
Sebastian.
They had one character that is basically like used twice in the movie. She shows up for a little bit, and you think that she's gonna get a bigger role in the movie, but she shows up again, and then that's it. I don't know if I want to spoil it.
I don't even know what character you're talking about because it could define all of them.
Oh right, I'm talking about the chick.
There was
The chick, or the one that the cop chick or whatever.
Oh, the forest ranger?
Yeah, no, the one.
Oh no, okay, the cop.
The cop.
Yeah, the rookie.
Yeah, the rookie.
Yeah, there was just so... Yeah, I don't want to spoil it either. But, I mean, it was just...
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian,
This was something... There were good aspects of the movie. There were definitely parts where you could see they were trying. They were trying to flesh out the characters. I won't say that they weren't. They just didn't do a very good job.
No.
They were... I mean, the movie was well acted. Ray Liotta was really good. Rest in peace. That was his last performance. I guess I should wait till this cutscene's over.
Interested?
Sure, whatever.
Of course. Julian's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in Cross Wands, you could deal with a partner if you like. Your first
Ugh,
time
cross
playing
wands.
this
That sounds a little gay.
Next
Yeah.
time, you'll need to bring a partner along.
So I'm
or
down.
you're alone.
I'm down.
Care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks
Spectacular
begin.
Liamas. Okay, so...
We'll make you regret signing.
This is a duel?
Yeah.
Okay. You need to concentrate or can we still talk?
I can still talk.
Okay.
It's not part of this thing.
So,
I wish I didn't have to make me hold things.
so yeah, the acting was really good in Cocaine Bear. Elizabeth Banks' directing was really good. There was really nice shots in the movie. The bear looked pretty good, like the effects on it. I think it was pretty convincing. There was no part of it where I was like taken out of the movie by the effects. And they used a lot of practical effects too, which I always really appreciate. They used CG when it was necessary, and you know, I appreciate it for that. Earlier this month, I watched Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, which is an infinitely worse movie than Cocaine Bear. Because that movie wasn't even trying. This movie was trying, but I don't know, it just didn't amount to much in the end. And
Big hits that round.
yeah, I was kind of let down by it because I was, you know, I wanted like a B movie if it was going to be exceptionally good or exceptionally bad, but
It was kind of neither. It wasn't it wasn't terrible,
Be the next school champion.
but it wasn't great. It's a middle of the road movie
Yeah.
at best, which is almost worse than being a bad movie. Because at
Yeah,
least a
but-
bad movie you could talk about.
At least, yeah, bad movie, we would
This
be on
is gonna
screen
be a
right now
movie.
and we'd be like, fuck.
Yeah,
It's not that kind of movie that's like,
It just I'm gonna forget about this movie for sure.
yeah. And that's the thing, how much have we been reminded about this movie in the past months with advertisements all
Yeah.
over these various websites? Now it's out and it's just gonna evade our memories.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. I'll win.
So yeah,
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of Cross
I
Wands
should
all
wait
set?
again. It's a very dialogue heavy game, you were right.
Yeah.
Another round?
Yeah, I'm ready to kick someone's
I'm
ass.
ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
Okay, this dialogue's not that important
I'll
anymore.
Not
make
really.
Julian solo.
Alright,
Then let's get to it.
so the story of Cocaine Bear, I guess it's based off of a real incident. I would like to know what happens in the actual incident.
Apologies in advance.
But yeah, it's this guy's dropping cocaine out of an airplane, and then it lands in a forest because I guess it was supposed to be like death drop zones for drug dealers to pick up. Which is that a thing that actually happens? They drop them out of airplanes?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, they do that, and then the guy hits his head and falls out of the airplane. He dies, and yeah, then the cocaine falls into the forest and gets eaten by a bear. And then there's like these two hikers who one of them gets killed by the bear, the other gets away. And then it comes to, I guess it was the kids after that. There was like two kids in the movie who were playing hooky and wanted to go see a waterfall. And then there was a bunch of drug dealers who were going to try to get the cocaine back from the forest. and then there was the mom that was trying to go look for them, and then there was the forest ranger and the Smokey the Bear guy that she was trying to pick up. Like, I feel like they were trying to put some satire into that, but they didn't really have anything to say about it. It was just like, oh, she's actually smoking, dating the Smokey the Bear guy. Isn't that funny? Yeah, like, it's just, it kind of maybe they were trying to do like, it's a mad world thing, where they were trying to all get towards, or try to, that's the problem though, is that it's a mad world. They were all working towards the same goal, even though there were so many different characters. There was a through line that you could follow in that movie. Half the time in Cocaine Bear, I kept forgetting what everybody was trying to do. I don't know if you had that problem.
Yeah, I kept like
when it cut back to like those three guys walking through the forest, I'm like, oh yeah, these guys are trying to get the cocaine back. What were they doing again? And then it was like cutting to the mom and the kid like getting away from the bear, and it's like, oh yeah, the other kid. And
you constantly forget what the fuck was going on because they kept cutting to different characters.
Yeah.
And then they introduce characters, and you'd think, oh, well, they're gonna have new characters, and they just die.
Yeah. And sometimes they don't. Sometimes the characters are in the movie for a long time, but they don't get developed any more than the characters that were already there from the beginning.
And as soon as they get any development, they die.
Yeah.
Like, what was even the point? I guess a movie like that needs cannon fodder, but Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna have cannon fodder, then have cannon fodder. But, like, there's these, I won't say what their roles are, but there's these two characters that kind of come in through the middle of the movie, and then the next, like, 20 minutes focus on their scenes, and then they just die.
Yeah.
And,
you'd think that they have, like, the way that they are introduced, the way that they're acting, they look like seasoned actors that should be in a lot.
They were doing a good job, too. They were, like, decent acting.
Yeah, and then they just killed them off.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they're gonna survive because they look important of some, but they're not. They weren't.
Yeah, I mean, really, that scene didn't need to be in the movie at all.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that happened was that one person who was in the other scene before that died, but that could have happened without the two characters that came in. So.
Rebellion.
I already got that. Going the wrong way.
And anyone who wants to say, like, oh, we didn't get it because it's, like, you know, supposed to be a B movie, like, I'm pretty sure Mike and I have watched our fair share of, like, these really crazy B movies in our time. And this just was, if this was supposed to be a tribute, then it was not a very good one.
Yeah. There was no direction.
Yeah.
They just kind of went all over the place with it. And it's like they didn't even make an ending before they started writing it.
Yeah.
Because the ending was almost the icing on the cake when it comes to how mundane the movie actually was.
Yeah, and then like through the credits, it just starts to like wrap up storylines that I kind of forgot about, and yeah, there was like twists in the movie, I guess, but I don't know. And then yeah, near the end of the movie, it just decides it's about this one conflict over all the other conflicts, or these two conflicts, I guess, and yeah, I mean. Like the movie had no focus. It was just like watching a kid on ADD.
Yeah, it was ADD the movie.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense when you're talking about cocaine, I suppose.
I guess. I mean.
But still, it didn't really work in its favor.
Yeah. I mean.
What the fuck? Okay.
It's supposed to emulate the feeling of being on cocaine. I mean, I've never been on cocaine, but.
I have.
Yeah, I know you have. Would the movie have been better if you were on cocaine while watching it?
I would have been probably just as... Nah. Probably not.
Yeah. So yeah, like... I don't know, I really wanted, like... Because when I see a movie like Cocaine Bear, I'm like, oh, this is going to be either really, really good, or this could be, like, really, really bad, but I'm going to still have a lot to say about it. This was neither. This was like, okay, why did we even watch Cocaine Bear if...
Yeah.
I mean, this felt like a first draft script. Like, this wouldn't have been bad as a first draft, but it's kind of like the studio was like, oh, yeah, this is good. Let's go with it exactly how it is right now and not refine it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
The marketing will sell itself.
Yeah.
It kind of did.
Yeah, it worked. It got us to see it, so.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Christ.
Going on an adventure.
Visuals on this are absolutely just insane. Just all the little details. Wait a second.
So yeah, I guess.
There. Okay, so you can see them kind of even without doing that.
We can get into the. Okay, so which character should we talk about in Cocaine Bear first?
Well, there's not really much to talk about any of the characters. They all kind of like live and die. The most important characters were the ones that end up surviving by the end.
Yeah.
So really, the cast of characters is what, 5 people?
5 or 6. I guess.
5 or 6. I think it's 6, because the one cop survives. The kid survives.
Don't say
Mom,
everything.
oh yeah.
Survives.
I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, nobody's watching this anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the kids, what was their accent they were doing? They were all doing like the super southern accent,
Yeah.
and it was really noticeable on the kids. I mean, they kind of did. I think the kids did kind of a good job with what they were given.
That would
But
be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing
Okay,
before
yeah.
you finish all of them, let me know.
kids. So there's this one girl, this one boy, and it's I guess implied that the boy has a crush on the girl, but because they carved her name into a tree. They carved their names into a tree, but that never gets followed up on. They do cocaine near the beginning of the movie on a knife. That doesn't lead to anything. There's
Next time, perhaps.
yeah, the girl apparently gets chased down by the bear or captured or something, and then gets taken back to the cave. We never understand or know why the cocaine bear didn't eat the girl or attack her.
Yeah.
And
Keep
then
trying.
yeah, they go. She's out of the movie until the very end. The kid and her mom team up and like pretty much all they do throughout the movie is just like walk from one area to the other, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, they get caught in one tree, they climb down, and then they walk to a cave. That's all they do. And then they meet the. So yeah, if that's like was supposed to be the heart of Cocaine Bear, which it seems to be implying near the end that it was.
I'd say that's
All that happened was that
You looked good
one
at
girl got chased down by a bear and they went
I
and
said
found
better
her.
to discover one's
Yeah.
weaknesses during
That was pretty much
practice
the,
than
and then
during
there was the other side story with the drug stuff going on.
Yeah, so that was the other story. So this one guy has his girlfriend died or something.
Yeah.
It's all finished.
And so he's really depressed. He doesn't want to be part of his family's business, which is like the drug business. So he gets picked up by this other guy who's in the family business. They go and they go to the forest to try to find the cocaine things. They get attacked by these 3 random
Like Hicks.
hicks that just are in the bathroom, and then they wake so they beat up the hicks. They wake one of them up and they take them across the.
Well, they find the
forest.
cocaine on them first,
Yeah.
and then ask him where the fuck the cocaine came from.
Yeah.
And he's like, he basically takes him on a trip to a gazebo, which they find it, but they also find the cop has gotten there first,
Yeah.
and there's a standoff.
Yeah, the cop is another part of the movie that
Right.
I forget about. He was such this like. Okay, so I guess before we get into the cop, so this entire movie they're having this like 3-way conflict, which honestly might be its own movie in itself, but it didn't.
There's no
it
payoff.
both had like very little material to work with, and at the same time, it felt like this could have been its own movie, and they just didn't use any material for it.
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hackett.
Yeah, there was a lot of really stupid jokes with them. Not all the jokes died, but
Yes.
I'd say
I'm sorry to
there was a good 90% of the jokes in the movie I
wasn't
wasn't laughing at.
St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement.
This is the how you unlock these
Concentrate.
spells.
And keep your wand steady.
But yeah, the thing about the drug dealers is that they're going to find they're going to find the cocaine for the guy's father, and then the guy's father, played by Ray Liotta, he just shows up in the last 20 minutes of the movie. He just wasn't there before, but he shows up with a sniper rifle and kills one of the characters, and then he all of a sudden becomes the main antagonist of the movie, even though this whole entire movie they were all chasing the cocaine bear, and he was out of the picture. He was just kind of mentioned, or I mean, he had a scene at the beginning, but
Yeah.
he was out of the picture for the majority of the movie, and then they just decide to bring him in as the main antagonist at the end. So, it just seems like, yeah, the actors had conflicting schedules, so they just had parts of the movie set with parts of them, and then parts of the movie set with other parts of the other parts of the cast. It was a mess.
Yeah.
It was a
real
total
fucking
mess. But that cop might have been the worst fucking character in the movie.
Which cop? The chick or the dude?
Well,
They're both
sorry,
pretty bad.
the cop storyline, I guess I should
Yeah.
say, to encompass them both. So there's this one guy, this cop, who's I guess his only defining character trait is that he loves his dog, and he goes off to the forest. Well, first off, he comes from out of the county because I guess they're hunting down
where the drugs are. Basically.
Where the drugs are. And yeah, there's this one scene at the beginning where like he just has this like rookie cop with him, and he's like, "Hey, can you look after my dog?" And then she's like, "Yeah, sure." And then she's out of the movie, or at least you think she's out of the movie. And then so the cop just wanders around the forest aimlessly until he comes across this gazebo.
There you are.
And that's where he comes in contact with the other two, or the three drug dealers that are trying to find the cocaine. And then he's like, he randomly gets shot by Ray Liotta's character. Well, not randomly, but like Ray Liotta's character randomly pops up. And then the rookie from the beginning turns out to be a double agent, and then comes back out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's like, why was that even necessary? And the other thing is, like, right after that scene, she gets scared by the bear and leaves.
It's like, I'm peacing out, guys.
She came in to be this like twist like villain, and then she leaves the immediately next scene, and then
There's
at the
literally-
end she comes back and like she gives the dog to one of the drug dealers. So it's like, oh, she actually had a heart. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you don't have enough scenes to develop this character. This is not a character. This is just this random, like, hodgepodge of ideas.
Yeah.
illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've
Yeah, and the cop, like, gets shot on the gazebo, and I didn't even know he died. But then she randomly gives the dog without even going back to check on him to see if he bled out or not. Can somebody explain to me what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, there was too much going on, and we didn't even get into the forest ranger yet. That's another thing. We have
Right,
this
the
whole
forest
other,
ranger,
we have
he
this
didn't
whole-
last very long.
So, while this is going on, so they go get help. They go to the forest ranger, or the mom does when her kid goes missing, and then the forest ranger becomes part of this movie, and this whole joke is like she's dating this like Smokey the Bear advocate who's like against smoking, and she's pretending to smoke, but that's only one joke in the movie. It doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, he dies almost immediately.
Yeah, the next scene, like, they go out, they get chased down by the bear, and then the guy that she's interested in, gets killed and dies, and then she gets maimed. She crawls, or
She manages to survive that scene.
yeah, but she goes back to the forest ranger place. She meets the Hicks there. She accidentally kills one of them. The other gets killed by a bear, and then the paramedics show up, which were the two characters we were talking about before, who randomly come into the movie, and then all three of them die.
Yeah, they all get chased by the bear while they're running away in the fucking in the ambulance,
Yeah.
and the driver dies not from the bear but from the crash.
Like, that forest ranger character could have been left out of the movie, and nothing would change.
Yeah, it
the
wouldn't have done
paramedics
anything.
could be left out of the movie.
I think it
Nothing
was
would
padding
change.
because they didn't know what to do with the movie.
Yeah. The Hicks, I mean, I guess the one guy was kind of important, but the other two could have been left out of the movie. I mean, and it's not like the actors did a bad job with these characters. There were like funny moments in their performances, but like it just wasn't. It just felt like, what's the point of watching any of this? It doesn't amount to anything.
I bet he followed myself, and I was there.
The bear in this movie is just randomly going around eating cocaine and
That map
killing
leads
people.
to the restricted
Like,
section.
and then at the end of the movie, I guess we're supposed to
Professor Fig has
feel
insisted that I don't
sympathetic
tell a
towards
soul
it,
about any of this.
because they don't kill it. It turns out to be they changed the focus to make the antagonist
Whatever it is.
the drug dealer, the drug lord.
You mentioned being
Like, it-
clever enough not to get caught. in a
Like,
restricted
explaining all of this
section. And I am. Meet me
makes
outside
me
the
wonder,
library
like,
tonight, and
if
tell
I
Okay.
explained this to a studio in a pitch, they'd be like, okay, cut down some of these characters. Like, this is all unnecessary.
Yeah. But when you're doing a pitch, you don't go into details like that. You
Yeah.
just give them the pitch. You just give them the broad strokes.
But what were the broad strokes of this pitch?
There's
There
a
was no
there's a
focus.
bear, and he's on cocaine, and he's gonna go on a rampage. And that's probably about it.
Yeah, and it's like, it would need a story to pitch something.
Thank
Did
you,
they pick
Sebastian.
one of these stories, or did they pick all of them? Did they... Like, how do you pitch this story? There's just too much going on. Like, if somebody could please just tell me in, like, one log line what the hell Cocaine Bear is about, aside from a bear that gets high on cocaine, please.
Yeah, there's like 5 different stories going on. Most of them get destroyed before the end of the movie.
Yeah, and then the ones that do make it to the end of the movie are not satisfying.
It's not at all satisfying.
So don't let them
Like-
see us. Understood?
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
can be sneaky. Let's go. Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The disillusionment charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light. Just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet. You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible? Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells,
Cloak is
spells are
foolproof?
free. Give it a try.
Where's my phone?
Maybe the Cocaine Bear got it.
God damn it. I swear I heard it. It felt to vibrate.
So,
Oh, did I put it over there?
yeah. Popcorn's good, though, in the movie theater. Okay, so what... Might be in your jacket or whatever.
I thought I took everything out of my jacket first.
I don't know if you
If
did or
I
not.
don't,
but-
then I drop everything. Maybe I did.
You want me to call it on Facebook or?
Sure.
Sure, okay. What?
But that's okay. That's computer, but
Oh, okay.
I hear the phone vibrating.
I did.
Are you sitting on it by any chance?
Is it? Oh, kind of. Alright, here it is.
Oh fuck! Are you kidding me?
Sure what?
Kitchen is clean.
What?
Oh, no.
Playing Hogwarts Legacy. What are you doing?
Just going here.
Okay. I don't think we got anybody in chat still. Probably not. Nope. So yeah, I don't know. What did you like about Cocaine Bear? Maybe we can get into positive aspects of it now.
Mm-hmm.
What was good about Cocaine Bear?
It was, I don't know, the acting in it was good.
Yeah, the acting was really good across the board. Even if like somebody had like a smaller performance, I mean, like they were cheesy performances, but I mean, they were cheesy in the way that like was necessary to make it work in the movie. I think that it had a really good cast. I think the directing was really good. I like the nature shots too a lot. Special effects were really good. Yeah, I think everything in the movie worked except for the script. The script was the only thing holding it back, but unfortunately, that kind of tends to make or break a movie a lot of the time. And this time, while I don't think the movie was horrible, I don't think it broke it beyond it being just kind of a mediocre experience. I think that it was exactly that, a mediocre experience. So, Cocaine Bear, might be worth watching if it's on a streaming service or something. I wouldn't pay to see it in theaters. What do you think, Mike? Do you have final thoughts? Would you say it's worth watching on a streaming service?
Probably, maybe.
I mean, if they have it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a watchable movie. Like, if you're with a bunch of friends and you want to get high or something, I mean, it's good for that. It's a good movie to kind of watch for that. And if you're into, like, well, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of the audience for it in the sense that I would totally love to see, like, a meme movie like this that's, you know, clever and stuff. But, yeah, it just needed a few more rewrites. It needed a focus. It needed just better dialogue. It just needed to hit harder on the notes that it was trying to hit. That's my final thoughts on Cocaine Bear. But it was way better than Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, which was a movie that I saw earlier this month. That movie was not even trying. It was, I don't know if I'll get into that too much, just because it's not really relevant, but I'd say out of either the bear-themed horror comedies that came out this month, watch Cocaine Bear over Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I don't know if they'll make more bear-themed horror movies this year, but I don't know. It's not been off to a good start for the bear-themed horror movies so far. But it has improved significantly over Winnie the Pooh. Disillusionment. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey was kind of like... I guess I'll go into it a little bit because Mike's doing something, but Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey was... It really did not use its premise very well. It could have been anybody. It was just kind of like they were doing slasher movie cliches but with the joke being that it was in a Winnie the Pooh mask. And the Winnie the Pooh mask was pretty funny, but that's not enough to carry a movie. Yeah, the characters were annoying. Christopher Robin, I mean, like, shows up 3 or 4 times in the movie, and if he wasn't there, it would have absolutely no connection to Winnie the Pooh. It could literally be anybody. Yeah, that one really did not live up to the potential that it had. Like, at least Cocaine Bear was about a cocaine bear. You got your money's worth in that regard, but yeah. Yeah. I guess, what else did I see this year? Oh yeah, I saw Knock at the Cabin, the new M. Night Shyamalan movie. Not the worst thing M. Night Shyamalan's made, but it's kind of like Cocaine Bear in the sense that it's just very average, middle of the road. I mean, it's actually kind of worse than Cocaine Bear. It's really silly, and yeah, I wouldn't call it objectively good, but by any means. But it's got that M. Night Shyamalan kind of goofiness about it, which makes it a little bit entertaining. Yeah, I guess I've watched a lot of horror comedies this month. February seems to be the horror comedy month, and also the mediocrity month. We got a better January than we did February this year for movies, which is not usually the case. I don't know what's going on. We live in a topsy-turvy world. Infinity Pool was okay. I don't got that much to say about Infinity Pool. Skinamarink. That was a Skinamarink dink dink, Skinamarink doo. I love you. Is everything good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be.
So, I don't know. Do you want final thoughts on Cocaine Bear? Just overall, your opinion on it? For our audience?
Kind of bland.
Yeah. See, if we were doing a Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey stream, I would have more to say about that movie because, yeah, it was worse, but that's why I would have more to say about it. So.
Sneak into the library.
We've been streaming for like 45 minutes. Probably 35 of that was talking about Cocaine Bear. I didn't think we'd have enough to talk about to fill 35 minutes with that movie. But I don't think I've got anything left to say about Cocaine Bear.
Right. Oh yeah, I gotta switch my spells.
I don't know. What else is there to say about Cocaine Bear? Probably nothing. Yeah. Kitty kitty.
Okay, what the fuck? Oh, right. And how?
I'll probably be doing a different discussion video about Cocaine Bear because Jason Entertainment, who I've teamed up with recently. Wanted to do a discussion video. So if that happens, then you guys will hear me talk about Game Bear even more.
God damn it.
5 points from Gryffindor. Or whatever your class is. Why is there bones? I don't remember that in Harry Potter. Fossils.
How do I change my damn spells? It showed me once and I just sort of... How do I change my damn spells? So where's the spells? What the fuck? Oh.
I'll be quieter than a jobberknoll. Still here. Quick, behind the bookcase. You told me the librarian would be gone by now. I said usually, but it'll still be alright. Do you see my desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section. You distract, I get the key. Understood? I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
The key. Here it is. That wasn't so difficult after all. How to find that book.
And Hogwarts seems like the easiest place to like fuck with teachers.
Oh, that one's charms look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say. Ghost, don't let her see you.
Ghost.
Lumos.
Oh shit, don't do that. You fucking idiot.
I don't know if we'll stream much longer because I don't think we have anything left to say about Cocaine Bear, but
Yeah.
we'll still maybe go for another 10 minutes or so.
That's how you distract her. Yeah, we could stop the stream pretty soon here.
What are your thoughts on Persona 4 now that you've beaten it?
Should be in the clear now.
It's pretty good.
To be skulking about.
It's very anime.
So what is it
Very
you're
anime.
looking for? I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Merlin?
Why do you think we'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne? No. We've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely? I'll know it when I see it. You're being awfully cryptic. I don't want you getting into trouble for me. I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where's that damned poltergeist got to? I know just the spell to repair this armor.
I guess after this mission, we'll cut the stream to see how this plays out first.
Repairer.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking like maybe we should do more movie discussion streams or stuff like that, or just general discussion
Of course,
streams.
traces of ancient magic.
I don't know.
Must be more.
Something else other than playing a video game. I mean, what else could we do on stream?
Yeah.
I guess we could do commentary over things that are in public domain.
Yeah. Mickey Mouse. Soon enough, eh?
Yeah, soon enough we'll be doing Steamboat Willie. Thanks for participating, chat.
Yeah.
Been an eye-opening experience. Great day for Canada, and therefore the rest of the world.
I need to wake up that rune over there.
Okay. Okay.
I wonder if I
Oh,
can
for
hit
fuck's
the rune
sakes.
with a spell. Leviosa! Lumos,
style. There's one.
Incendio.
Oh, there we go. Insomnio.
Not surprising. Cards at the ready.
Yeah, Hogwarts guards can be beat up by their students pretty easily.
These aren't even Hogwarts guards.
Oh, okay. That might be the worst.
Ah, I couldn't block that. Shit. Alright.
Bam! There goes the head.
Fuck. Kidding me?
Well, do you want to cut the stream here?
Yeah.
Alright, well, thank you, chat, for your participation. Thank you, Cocaine Bear, for being a movie
About cocaine, bear on cocaine.
about a cocaine bear on cocaine. And I'll race until I die. And I'll